On November 20th, 1969, NASA had the Apollo 12 crash the ascent portion of their lunar module right onto the moon's surface. And the moon then rang like a bell, baby, for over an hour. And on February 20th, 2024, this Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan series also crashed onto the waitlist. So you have to ask yourself, are these incidents related? Wait a minute. Looks like I'm getting a call. Could it be from an extraterrestrial on the moon? Let's pick it up and find out, baby. Hello? Oh, another collect call from the moon? Sure, I accept the charges. Hello? 13th Skull! Hey, this is the second time you're calling me collect. You're broke. You're the 13th Skull. How could you be broke? Because you're buying all of these Vaders from the Obi-Wan series. And you're also buying all of the Vaders from the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Well, I hope you're not buying nothing else. I mean, you got to leave some for some of us down here. You're going to buy all of the Mace Windus. No, you can't. Listen, I'm going to come to the moon and have a Skull. The Vaders are sold out, and I'm hoping that this spotchka gives me some stabilization as I try to go ahead and take a trip to the moon. I got to get me some of these Mace Windus and 40th anniversary Darth Vaders. Let's go ahead and dive into all of this right now. All right, and welcome everyone to another episode of the Aries Tarrington Show right here at Six Scale Cantina. So breaking news, baby. Sold out, gone. And what's really interesting here is this may be this Obi-Wan Series Darth Vader, one of the best, six scale villain figures in history. Every single version of it is on the wait list and gone. Now, it had the low stock warning, low stock remaining, and now every one of them, if you go to the collector edition, it's on the wait list. See it there on the screen as I'm showing it. Let's click on the exclusive edition, on the wait list. Let's click on the deluxe version, on the wait list. Let's click on the deluxe version exclusive, on the wait list. And look, what does this mean if a character like Darth Vader, and not only a character like Darth Vader, but a figure that has been touted as perhaps one of the best figures ever with the prototype. And now that the official blogger photos have come out, it kind of confirms that it's living up to every bit as much as what the expectations were. How powerful of a collectible will this be in the secondary market? since it's not really even in the primary market anymore. It's gone, and now it becomes a secondary market figure. How many sellers here in the U.S., once they get these in, are going to sell this for the retail price that was, $335 for these deluxe versions, or $300 for, the regular collector or exclusive versions. And I think many of you can answer that yourselves when you go ahead and look on eBay and see some of the things, that are, going on. If some figures have been in stock for a really, really long time, and a lot because of, what's going on with post-pandemic and the volatility of the global economy since then and what's going on. So that's understandable. So, you got some figures that are, some of them that have been in stock for a very long time, going for well below retail, and some of them that are just coming out that are selling for well above retail. And it's not just because they're only available in Asia. It doesn't matter if they're available everywhere. They're just going that high because the low supply is equaling high demand. And what have I been saying for such a long time? There's going to be more and more announcements, but less production of these announcements. And that is exactly what you are seeing. So when you look at it from a seller's perspective, from a retail perspective, how could this be 4 different versions going on waitlist? Don't retailers want to make money off of these characters? Well, look, there's also a Return of the Jedi 40th Anniversary Darth Vader with a full head sculpt, with not just one rolling eyeball, but 2 rolling eyeballs that is up on pre-order. But one of those versions doesn't have a low stock warning. It's already on the wait list, sold out. So, how long before that version goes ahead and sells out? We'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. But the point is, why not keep these Vaders in stock? Because these versions of Vader, once you squeeze all the juice out of the orange, out of the lemon, out of the cantaloupe, out of the watermelon, out of the wizard juice, out of the 13th skull, baby.
This is an emergency interruption. This is an emergency interruption. This is an emergency interruption. This is an emergency interruption.
Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Cause what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the evil empire and Darth Vader and all this and everything else run off again?
There's just not a whole lot left. But that doesn't mean you can't come out with more Darth Vaders, and more Spider-Mans, and more Luke Skywalkers, and more Iron Mans, and more Christian Bale Batmans, or this Batman, or that Batman. And that is exactly, baby, what is going on. Don't you worry. You'll have probably not just one, but several Darth Vaders up on pre-order before 2024 goes ahead and becomes 2025. Just like, don't worry at all, you'll have more Christian Bale Batmans, more Batmans, more Iron Mans, and more Spider-Mans before the end of 2024 as well. You can take that baby to the moon. Pause. You're watching the Aries Tarrington Show on this epic day of Waitlist. Wow, if this Vader is not immune to the Waitlist, wow. Is this going to the bargain bin? Wow. And let's look, when you talk about the bargain bin, at how bad this figure is, how bargain binny this figure is. And pull it up on the screen. Gosh, doesn't that look bargain binny? That's just, come on. That is just so incredible. There's not a chance that arguably the best villain action figure ever that's already on waitlist is going to have any issue. It'll certainly fetch the retail price in the secondary market, baby. Wow, just look at that. Just look at this. Wow, what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat about these developments. Look at that. It has a rolling eyeball function. I have a feeling that there's quite a few of these on the dark side of the moon, and probably in the center of the moon, where they're flying that thing from one side of the sky, to the other. This Vader looks great with the helmet too. This is a very athletic Vader with Hayden Christensen under the suit. This came out so darn good. Remember I told you that I just pre-ordered this, like 5 days ago, or no, not even, probably like 3-4 after I put out that show where I was saying, hey, low stock warning. And I'm so glad I did. Gosh, I'm so glad I did, because I see what's going on with both versions of the Green Goblin, the modern suit and the old suit. I see what's going on with Doc Ock. I see what's going on with all those figures from No Way Home. I see what's going on with so many of these other figures that are coming out that just, they don't make it. They go on waitlist. Forget about not making it in stock. They just, some of them, so many of them, most of them are just before the blogger photos come out, or right when they come out, they're gone. Wow. That looks so good. Let's blow that up. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen, on the way this came out? That's going to look crazy good in my display. Honestly, I should get 2 of these. I just don't got the money. One with that and one like this would be epic. Wow, how is this going to pose compared to those older OT versions that were kind of bulky? This looks a little bit more athletic, and I think it's going to be better posable for sure. Anyway, I really like it. I'm actually looking at these with you here. This looks so good. That base looks so good. LED light up. Gosh, that looks so nice. And when you're wondering how it's going to go, and I brought this up, but it's worth bringing up again. So let's bring up this Batman, okay? Not that. Well, look at this Batman here. This 2.0 is waitlisted. We've been talking about that, but let's pull up this Batman and Bat Signal, and this was $520. Okay, $520. Batman and Bat Signal. And what is this Vader that just went on waitlist? Let's see. Is this going to be the Obi-Wan one I pulled up again? Yes. Okay, so this is $335, and then going back to that Batman. Okay, trying to do some math here. $520 with the Bat Signal. Let's actually go to one that's sold very recently with Batman and the Bat Signal, since it's on waitlist. $750 with 10 bids from an outstanding seller with 771 feedback. Oh, 100% positive. And a U.S. seller from Seattle, Washington. $750. $750. 13 skull. Why do you got these on the moon? And what is this? $520. And what is this frickin' Vader? $335. Oh my goodness. That is like That is interesting. I mean, this could be a figure that sells for over $500. So you have to wonder, is this already, right from the get-go, right from inception, an instant grail? And I think you do have to wonder. And right here, this is already gone. So you also have to ask yourself, is this now an ancient action figure? And I say, yes. Join the ancient action figure club, Vader from Obi-Wan Series. And if any of you out there like me are ancient action figure theorists, say yes. Wow. This joint out, as I search for the 13th skull, I'll be searching and looking to see, what happens with this figure. And as an ancient action figure theorist, and certainly having a lot of fun with this, but every single version is gone. And I really do think this could be, $500 to $600. And then what about in 2 or 3 years? Is this a figure that, they're going to 2.0 within 2 or 3 years? And if they don't, this figure can be, wow. How high could this figure actually go? It is very, very insane indeed. Look at what else is on the banner. Is this going to happen with the return of the Jedi 40th Darth Vader next? And if so, why? Well, what has been immune to the trends that have been going on? Has Iron Man been immune? No. Has Batman, Christian Bale been immune with the armory from last year? No. Has Batman, Michael Keaton, 89, 2.0 been immune? No. Has Michael Keaton, Batman from The Flash, been immune? No. Has Ben Affleck from The Flash Batman been immune? No. Has Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man been immune from No Way Home? No. Has Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man from No Way Home been immune? No. Has Jamie Foxx Electro been immune? No. Has Green Goblin been immune? No. Has Doc Ock been immune? No. Then you have to wonder, is Return of the Jedi Vader going to be immune? And I say, no. It's going to the moon, baby. Fly me to the moon. Anyway, it's I can't wait to see what Vader we're gonna be getting next. But let's look at this Vader here and see what's going on. And see what's going on with this Vader. Is there now an update with this Darth Vader? And the fact that the other Darth Vader, sometimes these things are like dominoes. Sometimes it's like a snowball effect. Sometimes it's like the Mandela effect. Sometimes it's like the effect of the moon moving from one sky, baby, to the other side of the sky. And there's that Vader on the Waitlist. There's Han Solo, still number 1. And let's pull up this Vader. And let's see. Join the waitlist for the Return of the Jedi. Darth Vader. Wow. It's already waitlisted. The deluxe version is not. But how much longer will this Vader remain? Should you sleep on it? I am keeping an eye because I can't put my money down on everything. You guys and gals already know how I roll. And I'm getting this Vader. So I watch it every single day, multiple times a day. And if I see low stock remaining, or I see almost gone, I'll put an NRD down on it. And I won't mess around with this. But some of these go, very, very quickly. Just like that Padme from the Attack of the Clones Wave 2. Everything seemed safe. Everything seemed all right. We're going to get Padme in stock, which made no sense to me, because why don't you have Iron Man or Spider-Man or any of these other characters I've been talking about in stock? So obviously it went out of stock. It didn't get in stock. It just went on waitlist. And, you have to wonder about this Vader. And this is sweet too. Can you even imagine the final production photos on this bad boy right here? It's going to be so good. And when you talk about this, you've also got to talk about that C-3PO. The one that just came out from the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi as well. And I think like that Padme and like so many other figures before, the C-3PO is gone. And this is high up. This is good. This one's creeping up. C-3PO there and Salacious Crumb creeping up. Best-selling wise. How much longer is left on that? Look at Moff Gideon. Look at Indiana Jones before that. I was talking about that. You see Indy here. Waitlisted Indiana Jones is the regular version. Not waitlisted. The deluxe version is not. Don't sleep on Indy. Don't sleep on Indy. But what about this Moff Gideon? And what's really interesting about this, is it possible that this new version of Moff Gideon goes on the wait list before the old version of Moff Gideon from the Mando Season 1 goes on wait list? And say it with me. And I say, yes. Gosh, that is low stock remaining warning. Let's blow it up real big for those of us that need big, big glasses like me. Yeah, low stock Mick Raining. That didn't work. But anyway, you know where I'm going with it. Oh, man, it's they're falling like dominoes. And we're about to get, coming into the spring season and after the end of the Chinese New Year here, what is it, on the 24th, something like that, we're about to get a boatload of all kinds of figures and new Artisans Q things, and I just can't wait. So a lot of these just going right now, for sure. Oh, and I got some news for you on what's almost gone. This is going to amaze you, because what's her name? Captain Marvel, I believe, has a low stock warning. Let's see if we can pulse one up over here. Which version it is? And let me see. I'll pull this one up. I believe I saw that. Oh yes, low stock remaining warning for Captain Marvel from the Endgame. And, maybe they had Captain Marvel herself just fly these to the moon and drop them off to the 13th skull. Because right here, she's also has a low stock remaining warning. And very, very interesting indeed. And don't laugh. You're going to ask me, how is that really going to go up areas in the secondary market once that goes on? The only thing I will tell you is they didn't come out yet with any, Captain Marvel of her or the other two Captain Marvels, from the Marvels movie from last year yet. And I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But it has a low stock remaining warning. Some of these old remnants are starting to wisp away into the future. And on to the wait list. Believe it or not, this Captain Marvel is going to soon be an ancient action figure. Wow. And then again, breaking news, pulling this up onto the screen. Sold out is the Obi-Wan Series Darth Vader. Now, you can join the waitlist. Do I think it will convert? And as I told you before, for me, many times the waitlists, a lot of them do convert. And now the Piper is going to be calling for many collectors that put down their NRD to go ahead and pay up. And it's going to be ready to ship. This is a volatile global economy. Money is tight. The economy is rough. Many people, including myself, are hyper concentrated on essentials. Hyper focused on having enough for necessities. And what's falling by the wayside are a lot of these things that require expendable income. So, you have to wonder, will there be perhaps more than usual waitlist conversions? Not because people aren't happy with this figure. They aren't happy with the way it came out. On the contrary. But possibly because there's just not enough money in people's pockets? And I say, yes. So, again, a lot of times right now, the waitlists are converting. So while it's not available, you can't buy it anymore. It's gone. You just may be able to put this on the wait list. You know, get on the wait list and you may get it. So I would go ahead and do that. For sure. Wow. So this is the update there. Pause before we get into Mace Windu. You're watching the Aries Tarrington show. I thought I got a beat. Was this the Hot Toys Wizard? It is, but I'll have to call him back. Mace Windu. So, with this figure here, Padme is gone. Okay? She's out. Anakin is out from the Attack of the Clones, Wave 2. Padme's gone. Pulling this up onto the screen. Of course, Anakin's gone on the wait list. And when you go ahead and you take a look at both Mace and the Super Battle Droid, I think right when or right before or right directly after the blogger photos come out, I see nothing in the trends, ladies and gentlemen. I see nothing in the trends, my fellow ancient action figure theorists, or those that you are anyway, that would tell me that this would go any other way. Do you want Mace Windu? Do you want this figure? Do you have the money for this figure? I'm going to wait till I see a low stock warning, and then I'll put my NRD down. My goodness gracious. You know I have a channel membership. If you want to join, I appreciate your support. Just came out with this video, and there's a whole library of cool stuff on there. This is a half-hour Insider Extra where I really dive into this topic. Hot toys versus in art. And really, does it matter? And what is it really from a business perspective? And this is a fun show. And I think you would really enjoy it. And all you have to do is just click on the little join button. See everything that it comes with. If you think you could benefit from it, you may want to consider joining. It's a very low price. It's cheaper than a dozen eggs on Earth or on the moon. And it's cheaper than a quart of half and half or a gallon of gas on Earth or on the moon as well. So again, appreciate it, baby. Much appreciated. I don't always spill coffee, but when I do, I do it right here at the 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.